Hope I get the chance to travel the world, but I don't have any plans. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wise.
Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I remember doing this one before, and I figured I did like a few good slasher films later, whether it be The Prowler, whether it be The Burning, and the original Friday the 13th. Why not this one? Friday the 13th Part 2. That's right, Friday the 13th Part 2. I like this one. I like it. I think myself it is a damn dud worthy sequel. Say it again. A damn dud worthy sequel. 1 year after the success of the original Friday the 13th, they decided to do a sequel. I mean, you think about it, 1981 was a damn good year for slasher films. Think about it. You had the second Halloween, you had The Prowler, you had The Burning, you had a load, and I mean loads in 1981. And this one being Friday the 13th Part 2. Now it starts off, the only difference is now it's not Water Buffers, but it's running the company. It was now ended up becoming Paramount. It's Paramount at the time, had the big success of doing, if I remember right there. My Bloody Valentine. That's right, same there, they had the big success of doing My Bloody Valentine. It always makes me laugh about Paramount. They're always whinging at the time, that they didn't like doing slasher films. They hate doing slasher films, but they made the money doing these. And they made the money doing My Bloody Valentine. But anyway, to cut the story short, they decided let's invest in doing the Friday the 13th, so they decided to do a sequel. So instead of getting the logo of Water Brothers, you know, get the very original old school logo of Paramount. And then you've got a little kid singing Incy Wincy Spider. You got the mum shouting at the kid to get home, and that's when you see the fulfillment of these legs, and the little boy's legs. But I'm going to say it, and I said it on my last one, the only thing that fucking pisses me off the most about this film is the kill of Adrienne King. Her character called Alice, who the fuck is Alice? They kill her fucking character off. Because it starts off with her, you've got the idea she's in her house, she's having nightmares, and it's all in memory lane of the original one, you know, bits and bobs from the original. You've got a bit where she's having a shower, you think, oh, dear, you're going to see her naked, we're going to have a fucking psycho scene here, but no, none of that, she's not naked, don't get excited, lads. She's having an argument with her mum on the phone, which I should have had a story that she went and lived with her fucking family, or she made up with her family, because it was mentioned in number 1 that. She's got a pussy, not the one down there, an animal type, you know, meow meow. She's feeding it. She opens up her fids and finds Jason's mum's head in her fids. And to cut the story short, she gets an ice pick, not like basic fucking instincts. She gets an ice pick slammed in a fucking head, and it fucking pisses me. It fucking pisses me off. If there's any way I could cut that scene out and just add it on. No, like you do with cut film. That's one bit I will do on. Cut that bit out and just add the opening. You know, after Paramount, and then just have the opening with the Friday the 13th logo flying out at you. I would do. I fucking would do, because it never gets mentioned again. It gets mentioned in a conversation. It never gets mentioned she was fucking dead and she got murdered. It never gets mentioned. And it pisses me off because of all the shit she went through in number 1 just to get a fucking pick in the fucking head. Ooh, winds me up. But calm myself down now. Back to time level, Peter. Back to time level. Take a chill pill. So, anyway, to cut the story short, you do get that date logo again with the Friday the 13th fires out. But I love the fact this time so it's smashing through a window, it blows up. You get part 2 on it, and the rest of the film's not that bad. It's just that one bit that always pisses me off. So now you've got some new kids on the block, combined being new kids. I didn't mean to do that one dirty in it. It's got nice boobs, that dirty looking face, that a cute little body. I mean, I'd give one myself. I was around in that era, or was that age, that era, I should say. And long but old, you know, you've got the new campus on the block. The movie's not that far from the one where the original one took place, and they want to basically just do similar the same thing. You do get the return of Stacey Ralph, which I thought it was fucking annoying in number 1. In this, it's fucking more annoying, but happy to say he gets killed. And it's more of a murder mystery. You've got the Tam the Man bobbing and beeping and going bickaboo. So you got basically the killer basically to Tam the man. It was always like that. I was like that. The only time I never thought it went with the film was when they did the third and the fourth, because we all knew at that point who the killer was going to be. But I do like the idea. I thought it was clever. It's definitely similar to what they do in Halloween and some of the slasher films at that era. And like I say, Stacey Ralph gets bar wired on him. And again, I think this was one that was effing cut. That's why I wasn't really all that asked about number one being uncut. Because I was always be interested to see what the sequels would have been like in its uncensored form. Because I know this was another one that was effing cut. And so you got the idea, he gets strangled by bar wire. I do know originally the scene with Stacey Ralph got strangled. He was going to rub the bar wire on his neck a bit, and you see a lot more blood coming out, but censorship again, cut down. And but we'll give it its due. We'll give it its due. This is the one where you get Remington Steele prize the role as the next character, the next star of the film. Let's say, you know, the final duel. So Remington Steele comes in. I like her. I always thought she was pretty, down to earth, not too Hollywood looking, natural. I mean, if you don't know who Remington Steele is, just think of April Fools. She was in April Fool's Day. Remember the film Harry Food, April Fool's Day? That's Remington Steele. And she's in this. A bit longer, but she's in this. And she's got a boyfriend, she's got a little car. And I like the characters in this. There's a lot of characters in it. There's a scene where there's going a Tamp story. And I do find it very similar to The Burning. Very similar to the fucking Burning. You know, you've got a guy, dumps out, fighting everybody with a mask on. Just like they did in the frigging Burning. And it's like I said, it's an hard one to compare when I did The Burning. But, like I said on that, I like them both now they were told. Like the story, Georgie in, and he's doing a story about the original Friday the 13th, about Jason getting his head beheaded and Jason could still be alive. You get a cop, but again, a very similar death scene to Halloween 2. Remember Halloween 2, where a cop, I think it was a security guard in Halloween 2, and he gets whacked on the head in Halloween 2. Similar death scene in this. I do know originally it's going to be a lot more graphic. But anyway, to cut the story short, I'm going to spoil it. Because if you've never seen Friday the 13th, any of them, go and fucking watch them. They're good slasher films. So don't blame me if I spoil it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck it. The killer's Jason. There you go. So it was mentioned that he could be still alive. I know it's a bit over the top. They go more over the top as the sequels go on. So the killer's Jason. The only thing I didn't like in this is he wore a fucking bag on his head. Bit laughable. It kind of reminds me, and I remember saying this before, of the Suntown Killer. Never seen that? Good film. True story about a serial killer. I think was able to, could be right in one, the 1930s, and he went around killing people, and he had a bag on his head. And I'm not making it up. It was a true story. But it reminds me of that, and now the killer looks, that being Jason. And he kills a lot of people. There's a scene where a couple of bonking, the one who I like, the type 2 looking one. She gets a spear. Do you know, obviously it could be a lot more graphic again. She and a boyfriend get speared in the back, which reminds me of another film. It's been done in a few slasher films. I think it was done in The Prowler, and it was done in The Bay of Blood. And yeah, so there's a few good creative deaths. There's a lad who's in a wheelchair who I feel sorry for, because he gets a spear in the fucking head. Good scene though, because you think he's going to get it in the back, and he don't. He gets it in the face. One girl in it, died nice, died sexy, ain't shy. She sort of gets killed off steam. Because you just see her steaming like a fucking knob, but then you don't see anything else. And I do know the effects was going to be done by Don Safina, but as we know, the same there, he was doing the Prowler and he was doing the Burning. So understandable, but the effects for the death scenes is too pretty dud, even though he didn't do them. Now, the scene in this, he jumps out the window, right? He thinks it's going to be a happy ending because Jason gets a spear on the neck. But you know that Friday the 13th, you get a jump scare. This is a bit of interesting story here, because Jason jumps out of the window, right, to stab our favourite character, that being Remington Steele. Now, I do know originally that was not going to be, that wasn't the same actor. The original actor got hurt by doing that stunt, and he was supposed to hospital. So this other guy just stepped in with a mask on, bit of scary face makeup, and it was only a couple of years later people thought that was Jason all the way. I mean, he got the ticket for playing that fucking role. And it turned out 2 days later, another guy with an American accent had a go at him. He said, "Who the fuck are you to say you're Jason?" And this guy got the respect, saying, it was, I must have got a knee, so. So I always thought that was like laughable that happened. You know what I mean? I thought that was like funny because he wasn't fucking Jason. So other than that, that was the only bit I thought was funny. This guy got the respect, all of this, and it turned out to be this other actor who was a proper burning American accent. But now the actor played Jason in the second Friday the 13th got the respect. So in 1981 they made a good worthy sequel, that being Friday the 13th Part 2. And I'll probably do some more and some more slasher films on the way. But until then, if you like what you see, press that button sub or leave a nice comment. Until then, see you soon.